Finished up last week's video telling you that you may think you have a plan, but God probably has other plans. So here I want to show you in His Word on how God is going to take care of you and He's going to establish your ways. So I'm going to read a few passages from the Old Testament, mostly Psalms and Proverbs. And I want you to read them. I want you to look them up, and I want you to pray about them and understand them and what God is doing in your life, and look at all of the different things that have gone on over your life and how God has had a hand in them, and how the things that are going to be happening going forward are going to be all established by God. So here we go. Psalm 37, verses 23 through 24. The steps of good men and women are directed by the Lord. He delights in each step they take. If they fall, it isn't fatal, for the Lord holds them with His hand. And what He's saying there is God is watching your steps, and He's going to let you do certain things. And if you fall, He's going to pick you back up again. He's going to help you to move on. Now we're going to move into Proverbs. Proverbs 16, verse 9. The heart of a person plans their way, but the Lord establishes their steps. Then on to Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in the mind of a person, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. I'm going to tie that in with a passage from Isaiah 14:24. The Lord of hosts has sworn, as I have planned, so shall it be, and as I have purposed, so shall it stand. So what we have here is that we have all of these plans for our lives. And we're going to do this, that, and the other thing. But God doesn't necessarily think so. Not all the time. Many times, God has other plans for us. But He wants us now to understand that we can go to Him with our plan. And if He wants it to work out that way, that's how it's going to work out. If He doesn't want it to work out that way, it won't work out that way. Think of all the different things that you've done throughout your life that is just blown up in your face, may have prospered for a little while and then fell apart. You may not even know the direction you're looking for right now, the correct direction. That's because God is letting you try different things until you turn to Him and until you go to Him and say, okay, Father, what is your plan for me? Please show me. And then let Him show you what His plan is. Because whatever your plan is for your life, God's word, I just read it, says that His plan will stand. So if you feel like you're fighting against God, or if you're fighting against whatever it is that you feel like you're fighting against and things aren't working out, maybe it's time you turned around. You repented. You turned back to God. You turned to God and asked Him to show you the way. He will. All you got to do is ask for Him. And like I said last week, when you ask Him for the plan and how you should go, He'll show you. And the reason being is this. It's tied up in Psalm 138, verse 8. The Lord will fulfill His purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the work of your hand. I'm going to read that again. The Lord will fulfill His purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the work of your hands. David is acknowledging in this last psalm that God will fulfill His purpose for his life. You can say the same thing. God will fulfill His purpose for your life. You can bet on that. David goes on to say further, your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the work of your hands. What David is doing is he's reminding God, and not that he has to remind God, but he's saying back to God, your steadfast love for me will endure forever. It will never go away. Do not forsake the work of your hands, meaning don't let your hands fail. But God's hands aren't going to fail because, as He said in Isaiah, He has a purpose, and His purpose will stand. So I want you to understand that you need to go to God. You need to look to Him so that He can show you the right way to go. Because until then, until you acknowledge that part and until you surrender to Him, you are going to be spinning your wheels. Things may seem like they're going right at the time, but eventually they will blow up in your face. There's no question about it. Again, look at all the different things that you've done that haven't worked out. The question you have to ask is did I bring those to God first? I already told you a few weeks ago that I wasted a lot of time in my life because I didn't bring my plans to God. I just went and did what I felt like I was going to do. And I can tell you right now, there have been a lot of problems, a lot of failures, a lot of disappointments along the way. But I look back now and I realize, okay, I should have brought those things to God. I should have let Him take care of them. And that's what I'm doing here now. I'm showing you what I didn't do, what I should have done, what I want to see you do, because I don't want to see you spin your wheels. I don't want to see you waste your time. I want you to go to God now. Look to Him. His love for you will last forever. He will guide you. And when you fall, He will be there to pick you up. Work on it. Talk to Him this week. And I'll see you again next week.